Hello friends, welcome to All Under Tutor. I am Sanjay. In this video we'll see another interesting concept of Laravel, and that is how to create a custom Artisan command. So first thing first, what is Artisan inside Laravel? So Artisan is the name of command line interface of Laravel, which provides number of commands. By the help of that we communicate with application. So in this video we'll see that how to create a custom Artisan command. We have one more request, please subscribe to this channel so that we can create such amazing videos, amazing content free for you. Back to editor. So here we'll discuss all about the steps to create a custom Artisan command. So to create custom Artisan command, we will make use of a command of PHP Artisan. Let's back to project terminal. I will type PHP Artisan. It will open command list. I will go inside make group. So we can see that here we have a command called make command. Look at single line description. It creates a new Artisan command. So let's use that command. So what I will do, PHP Artisan make command. So before using this make command, let's open its help manual. So PHP Artisan help make command, press enter. Now we can see that inside description it create a new Artisan command. This is all about uses. So here PHP Artisan make command, then we need to pass an argument, that is the name of the command. So these are optional parameters. For the time being I will only pass the argument value. So let's say that I want to create a custom Artisan command. By the help of that we'll take some input values inside our console. So here let's say PHP Artisan make command, and let's call it as user info. And one more thing, if I will go inside editor, go inside app, console folder, so we can see that inside this console folder we have only a single file, that is kernel.php. But once we create any command file, automatically we'll see a subfolder inside this console folder. Back to terminal, press enter. Now we can see that inside console folder we have a subfolder created with the name called commands. Back to editor. Now inside this console folder here we have a commands subfolder, and inside this subfolder here we have userinfo.php. So why we are creating this command? So we are just creating this command to learn that how to create a custom Artisan command. And what basically this command will do, so by the help of this command we'll take some input values from user at prompt. So if I go inside this user info class, we can see here that we have some member variables called signature, description, and a member method called handle. So first here we have signature. This is all about the command signature. If I will go here and type PHP Artisan, press enter. So inside the signature we can see that here we have app user-info. So this is all about group name. It means inside our PHP Artisan command list app will be a group, and inside that group this is the command. So let's go here, and if I see inside this command list, now we can see that here we have app group, and inside this app group this is all about the command called app user-info. If I change something here, then automatically it will create a new group inside Artisan command list. Next, after signature here we have another member variable, that is description. If I go here, look at here, this is our command, and here we have our sample description. So if I change something here, let's say that this is a test command by which we can get user values at prompt. So save these changes. If I go and execute one more time all about PHP Artisan, press enter. Now we can see inside our app group here we have the command, and this is all about description. Next we will see all about the concept of handle method, and here it is. So what is the role of handle method? So once we execute this command called app user-info, what basically this command will do, all the functions, all the logics will go inside this handle method. So as the command description says that this is a test command by which we can get user values at prompt. It means when we execute this app:user-info command, automatically number of questions will appear in front of user, like what is your name, what will be the email address. So these are the values we'll read from prompt, and simple as that, we need to print those values inside console. So here let's first equals to this, I will use ask method to ask our first question, and that is, let's say, what is your name? Once user will enter any value for this question, automatically that answer will go inside this name variable. Next I will ask the second question, that is this ask method, let's say, what is your email address? So successfully now we have two variables and two values. So for the time being, if I print those values inside console, so this info, and here let's say user data colon, I am concatenating these values, let's say name, comma, and here we have our second variable, that is email. So here we are asking two questions, that is what is your name, what is your email address. We are storing all those values inside this name variable and email variable, and after we are printing those variables as simple into our console. Back to terminal. So here let's use our custom command. So php artisan app:user-info, press enter. Now we can see that here we have our first question. This is known as prompt. So what is your name? What is your email address? Now we can see that user data, this is my name here, and this is all about a dummy email value. So successfully we asked two questions, and successfully we have printed those values into this console. Now next, let's say that I want to create one more command inside this Artisan command list. By the help of that, we take user values like name, email, and password. Once we get those values, so after getting those values, we'll create a dynamic user and save inside our users table. So if I go inside our database, go inside users table, click on structure, so we can see that to create any user for this table, we need name, email, and password. So what we can do here, we need to create a custom Artisan command. By the help of that, all these values like name, email, and password, we read from prompt values, and successfully by the help of a user model class, we'll save those values inside this table. So let's back to terminal here, php artisan, let's say make command. We are creating one more command here, php artisan make command, and let's say user create, press enter. One more command file created. Back to editor, go inside console, command subfolder, and here we have user create. So first I will go inside the signature, and instead of inside group app, I will call it as make. So once we change from app to make, automatically this command will go inside make group. And I will remove this create from here, save these changes. If I go here, type php artisan, press enter. Now if we go inside our make group, so we can see that here we have command called make user. Command description, for now it is containing a sample description. So let's say that this is a command which creates user by prompt values. Now let's go inside this handle method. So first I will ask for the name value. So this ask what is your name. Next we have for the email value. So this ask email value, and let's say for the password, please put a password. So if I save these changes, now we have 3 questions and 3 answers inside this name, email and password. So here I will use the concept of user model class. So let's load first. So user, this model will come from app, models and user. Now next here I need to go and I will use user model and I will call create method, pass an array here. Let's pass the column names of tables, so name, email and password. After then go inside this name field. This name value will come from user prompt value. For email, this is our email value, and for password, this is password. But one more thing, before saving this plain text value, we want hashed value inside database. Back to our table, go inside users table. Now you can see that inside this password field, we have an encrypted password. So we want to convert this plain text value into encrypted format. So for that, I will use a facade called hash. So use eliminate support facades and I will call hash. Once we load that, I will go here and call make method. So hash make method, and inside this method I will pass the plain text value. Now next let's say this info user created. Save the changes, back to terminal. Now here let's say PHP Artisan. If I go inside our make group, we can see here we have our command called make user. This is a command which creates user by prompt values. So let's say PHP Artisan make and user. If I press enter, what is the name? What is the email? Password. Press enter, user created. If I go inside our table, let's reload. Order by descending. Inside this table, we don't have entry of that user, so somewhere we did a small mistake. Let's back to our code here, go inside handle method. So this is all about the values what we are taking from prompt, and here we have user create method not created. This will be create. Save these changes, again go here, let's execute one more time. Password, press enter, user created. If I go here, let's reload. Now you can see that our user now created. So this was our mistake. Instead of using create, we had used created. So successfully, this is another Artisan command what we have created to create a dynamic user by taking prompt values and save inside our users table. Next I will talk about all about arguments and options. If I go inside Artisan command list, let's open the help manual of make controller command. So PHP Artisan help make controller. This is the command by the help of that we can create a controller class inside Laravel. Press enter. This is all about the help manual. So we can see that while using this make controller command, this is an argument called name which is compulsory. So while using this make controller command, at least we need to pass a value, and that will be the name of controller class. And here we have many more optional parameters. Either we can use or we don't. So here inside our custom Artisan command, we want some argument values as well as see all about that how to use optional parameters. Now let's start with the command called user create. Let's go inside signature. So here I will pass curly pairs. Let's say name, curly pairs, email. If I save these changes, go here. Let's clear this console, PHP Artisan. If I open the help manual of make user, which is our custom Artisan command, Press enter. Now we can see that while using our custom command called make user, we have two arguments called name and email. So once we use this command called make user, these parameters are compulsory. It means we need to pass two values along with this command. If we don't pass any errors, means any values, so automatically it will provide some error messages inside console. So let's see that PHP Artisan. If I type make user but without passing any value, I am pressing enter. Now we can see that not enough arguments, missing name and email. So once we use any value like make user, we need to pass two values, one for the name and one for the email value. Now next, suppose that we have passed all those values. Now how can we access those argument values inside handle method? So just go here inside handle. For the time being, I will comment all these lines of code, and here let's say print r. This I will call arguments method. Save the changes. If I go here and let's say PHP Artisan make user, and I will first pass all about the name value and second all about email value. So here we have two arguments. This is the first value, this is the second value what we are passing with make user command. If I press enter, now we can see that inside this print r, means inside this array, here we have the command name. This is all about the command name. Next we have the name value. Here we have the name value, and this is our email address. So these keys like name and email decided because we have handled inside a signature. So if we want to get any specific value, let's say that we want to get the email value from this. So here let's echo this argument. So instead of calling arguments, I will call only argument and pass the key name. So we want email value. Save the changes, go here, again I am passing the same value, press enter. Now we can see that here we are getting the email value. So we can use the same logic to create dynamic user for users table, but instead of getting prompt values, also we can get these values from arguments. Let's use that. So first I will go and comment these lines of code. Let's uncomment that, and here name, email, and also I want password value. Next I will go here, this name value instead of prompt value will get from arguments, so this argument, and this is for name. For email, let's say this argument, and here we have our email value, and finally this argument, this is for password. Save the changes, go here, let's execute. So PHP Artisan make user, let's change PHP Artisan make user. I am passing this new user, email value and password is from 1 to 6. Press enter, user created. If I go inside table, let's reload this page. Now we can see that user has been created. This is the second way. By taking argument values, we have created our dynamic user. Now next, we'll see the concept of optional parameters. So again, I will go inside the signature. Let's remove this name, email and password, and this time we want optional parameters. So here along with this command, again I will pass curly pairs, double minus, and let's say name equals to. It means that this is an optional parameters with the key called name. If we want for the email, curly pairs, double minus, email equals to. For password, double minus, password equals to. So here we have three optional parameters with key called name, email and password. Save the changes. If I go here, let's open help manual, make user. So PHP Artisan help make user, pressing enter. Now we can see that inside these options, here we have our name as an optional parameter, email is also an optional parameter, and password as well. So now let's see that how to pass the values inside these keys and also how to receive those values inside this handle method. So I will go here, print R, and I will call this options. Save these changes. I will type die here, back to terminal. So first I will pass values. So PHP Artisan make user, we have the first optional parameter as name. So here let's say that I am passing the name value, email equals to this email value, and for password equals to, and password is from 1 to 6. If I copy the complete command, let's go to slide. So here this is the command what we are using, PHP Artisan make user. This is our optional parameter called name equals to double minus email equals to, and here we have double minus password equals to. Back to terminal. Now if I press enter, now we can see that inside this array, which means that this is all about printer. So inside, by using this options method, we are getting values of name, email, password, means all those optional parameters. Now we want to read only the name value, email value, and password. So for a specific value, here let's echo this option, and here let's say that we want to read the email value, so we need to pass the key here. Save these changes, go here, again I type the same command. Now we can see that here we have the complete value, but at the end we can see here we have the email value. Now let's use the same concept to create dynamic use and save inside our table. So here let's remove these two lines of code. Now instead of using argument, this time we are reading values from option. So this option, this is for the name value. Just copy this option for email, this option for password. Now if we save these changes, go here. Now if I press enter, user created, back to our database, click reload. Now we can see that our third user now created. So we have created 3 users. The first was by taking prompt values, second by using our arguments, and third by using our optional parameters. So successfully, these are the very basic concept of creating a custom Artisan command. Now in some cases, let's say that while using or while creating any user from prompt value, if we are not passing any value, how to handle data validation. So here, first I'll go and remove all these optional parameters, go inside this handle method. So let's say that name equals to, I will use ask method. Let's say what is your name, question mark, and simple I will type, or let's use info username colon, and I will concatenate with this variable. Save the changes, go here, and if I type PHP Artisan make user, press enter, it is asking for name. If I pass the name value, press enter, it is okay. Here we have the name value, but without any value. If I press enter, now we can see it is empty. So in that case, we want some error messages so that user will know that we need to pass a name value. So here what we can do here, let's if empty, let's say name. If we have the empty name, so in that case this error method, so please pass your full name, and finally exit from here. Save these changes, go here. If I type PHP Artisan make user without any value, press enter. Now we can see in red color background, please pass your full name. So this is the simplest way to handle all about data validation. But here also we can use the concept of validator facade. So by using those concepts, we can put advanced level of data validation. So successfully, this is all about the complete video to understand how to create a custom Artisan command inside Laravel. So please like, share this video as much as you can. Please subscribe to this channel and do comment. So for this video session guys, thank you for watching and have a great day.